Hey guys, so this is the Sanag V30S Pro Bluetooth speaker. Now, quick disclaimer, Sanag did reach out to me and they sent this unit over. Now, again, you can rest assured that there is no money being exchanged here. So I am not obligated to just say good stuff about this. So I have full liberty to say everything that I do like about this speaker and all the things that I don't. So sit back, relax, watch this episode, and then make your purchase decision whether this is the speaker for you. Okay, so first things first, let's get the unboxing out of the way. So it comes in its usual packaging, nothing too fancy. Inside the box, you get some paperwork, the USB-C to USB-A charging cable, a 3.5mm to 3.5mm aux cable, and of course, the Sanag V30S Pro Bluetooth speaker itself. Okay, now let's quickly get the specs of the V30S Pro out of the way. Now, Sanag does not mention anywhere on their website or in their paperwork what the output RMS is, so I have no clue. But if you guys somehow find out, please let me know in the comment section below. Now, this packs Bluetooth version 5.3, the latest, and that is very efficient, provides a stable connection, and it also has a better range. In terms of battery, this packs a 2400 mAh battery inside, which Sanag claims is good enough for 20 hours of playback, but obviously that is the optimal condition and not at 100% volume. So if you're playing this at max volume, you can expect to get around, I would say, 6 to 7 hours of continuous playback. Now, this is also IPX6 water resistant, packs an inbuilt microphone with which you can take calls. It also supports true wireless stereo, so you can pick up two of these to get true wireless stereo or actual left and right channel separation when listening to music or watching movies. And in terms of connectivity options, apart from Bluetooth, it also has a dedicated USB port. It's got a micro SD card slot. It's also got an aux port and a USB-C port for charging. Now, obviously, the most eye-catching thing about this product is its breathing RGB LED lights packed inside. So this is kind of similar to the JBL Pulse, if I'm not mistaken, which had similar lighting. So overall, that looks really nice, and you can cycle through 7 different light modes if you're into that. Some that are beat driven, so based on the music you're going to play, it's going to be synchronized to that. I am not really too much of a fan of RGB LED lights. I'd rather have better battery life. So the good thing is, while you can choose the light setting that suits you, you can also turn it off to save battery. Now, in terms of the build quality, so it's nothing too unique. So it's got plastic or fiber on the sides that protects the LED lights inside. At the bottom, as you can see, it's got a radiator which pumps out the bass. And on top, you have the main speaker driver unit with the really large and tactile clicky volume control buttons. Now at the back, it comes attached with a strap with which you can carry the speaker. And underneath that strap, you have a long matte rubber strip that houses all your multifunction control buttons. So the usual, the power button, the volume rockers, the LED switch, you've got the true wireless stereo button, and then you have a flap that protects all the different ports that this speaker offers. Now, while the build quality is nothing overwhelming, it's still okay. I wouldn't feel too confident dropping this on the floor because I'm very sure this plastic will crack and that'll really damage the speaker quite bad. But I would say for the price that I'm kind of satisfied with the build quality. I like the matte rubber and the fabric on top, and it's a very grippy bottom with the matte rubber at the bottom as well. So overall, the build quality is, I would say, satisfactory. Alright, now let's get into the main criteria, which is the audio quality, because it doesn't matter how good a speaker looks, what features it has, if it doesn't sound good, it's not worth your money. At least that's what I believe in. So if you're an existing viewer, you would know that I judge speakers based on how they produce the 3 main frequencies that broadly make up any sound that you hear: the highs, the mids, and the lows. The highs, or the treble, where the really sharp sounding instruments are, the mids, where the vocals are, and the low end, or the bass. Now, starting off with the higher frequencies, the highs had clarity, they had sharpness, at times they did sound a bit shrill, but what they lacked was richness and detail. So it was just sharpness all the way with lack of richness and detail. So I would say it is okay, but there is definitely room for a lot of improvement. Next up, we have the mid frequencies, or the vocals. Now, the vocals again do sound bright and upfront to a point where they sound a bit hollow. The vocals lack warmth, they lack body, and it has very less separation from the overall frequencies that the speaker produces. So it doesn't have nice separation and doesn't sound as clean. So while you will enjoy the clarity in the vocals, it lacks richness and the natural tonality. So again, the vocals or the mid frequencies were pushed a bit too forward, sounded hollow and didn't impress me. And finally we get to the low end or the bass response. Now, although I had the expectation that because it has a bottom firing radiator, so the surface I keep it on is going to resonate with that thumpy bass, the bass response was very disappointing. It didn't have that punch and thump, and it didn't have the main thing, which is the power. It didn't have enough bass to really push out, because even when I was listening to songs and checking the radiator wasn't having much movement at all. So it was just a little bit of movement, a little bit of thump. It didn't have that punch, which I've heard from speakers of the same category. Okay guys, I have to quickly interrupt this video because it was when I was on the editing table that I realized that I left something very important out. And that is, thanks to the upward firing speaker of the V30S Pro, it quite literally gives you 360-degree sound, in the sense that regardless of where you're sitting around the speaker, you're still going to get the same volume of the sound. Because with other speakers, if you're sitting behind them or in a particular angle, you miss out on the full spectrum of the sound. But thanks to the upward firing speaker on the V30S Pro, so while it's not a 360-degree sound in terms of quality, in terms of quantity, you definitely do get that. Okay, enough said, back to the video. Okay, so just to summarize, while the V30S Pro from Sanag looks impressive, I love the RGB LED lights, they look really cool in the dark. I am impressed by the build quality as well. I love the connectivity options, and the price point is also pretty aggressive and it's nicely placed. But where it fails is the audio quality and the loudness. So the loudness is not as much as I would want it to be. It's definitely not suitable for an outside speaker or an outdoor speaker. And the audio quality is average at best. Overall, the music doesn't sound detailed, it doesn't sound rich, and there is no impact when you listen to music even at max volume. So the main job of a speaker is to produce good sound, and the Sanag V30S Pro failed to impress me. I'm sure there are better products out there and I will review more Sanag products, but as for this, I don't feel confident suggesting this to my viewers. Now, you will listen to the sound test right now and it's going to play at max volume. There'll be 2 tracks that will be playing. You guys listen, form your judgment and let me know. And after listening to that judgment, if you think that you love the sound response, well, ultimately you're going to be buying it. If you're happy with that, by all means go ahead and buy it. But if you trust my verdict, I would say you wait it out, look at a few other options and then make a call. But if you do decide to buy it, please use the link of this product given in the description below to make your purchase, so that you can help me run this channel and I can produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to smash the like button. It helps out the YouTube algorithm, as they say. Make sure to leave a comment and let me know what you guys think of the sound quality. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone who's to see this, and yep, that's about it. Enjoy the sound test and I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.